Hi, my name is Odhiambo Mboya, and I'm a multidisciplinary artist with a background in painting and drawing. My artistic practice also looks into working with found objects most of the time, but also working with archival materials, that is printed objects or printed pictures, as well as found documents. And my artistic practice consists of looking at matters of the diaspora, which is my lived reality at the moment. Utopia Dystopia is an exhibition that currently runs at the Kunsthaus, and I was invited for this exhibition by Anna Novak, who's the director of the space. And we were trying to look at the essence of living home and what does home really mean. And Utopia Dystopia is a narrative that is looking into both the pleasantries and the unpleasantries of living in a home that is not yours. And so in this case, I decided to title it Utopia Dystopia because of how we look at Europe, or how foreign bodies look at the Western world as a place of solace. But at the same time, I'm trying to look at the complexities that come out of this. And so hence the title Utopia Dystopia as a coexisting experience. In the show, there is different bodies of works, and that is a kinetic sculpture titled Transit Point. There's also 4 large format paintings entitled In Trail of Pursuit, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And also we have a series of documents with self-portraits on them. And so all this came together into the show. If we start with the actual work that is in the center of the show, Transit Point, which is doors collected from different parts of Hamburg, which are connected on rails, and they're moving in different intervals, programmed by JavaScript coding. It's also, for me, a really interesting way to look at the notions of language, because I believe language is one of the utmost essence of expressing inclusion and exclusion as a foreign body in a different space. And so these doors are supposed to represent different people of different households. And it also solely comes from the term jadot, which is a term from my native tongue or native ethnic group, which is the Luos of Kenya. And this term is usually associated for Luos when they meet abroad, whereby when a Luo meets another Luo and calls them Jadot, it means you're a person of my ethnicity or person who speaks my own language. Therefore, it creates a sense of inclusion and obviously immediately exclusion for someone else who's not. And for me, I felt this was the best way to express this, especially being a foreign body here in Germany. Other than that, we also have a series of paintings, as I mentioned, which illustrates people standing on queues. And for me, this is really crucial in looking at these negotiations of patience and impatience amongst people. And I'm also trying to look at the politics of power relations when it comes to queuing on lines. Who has the right to queue? How much patience is tested when you're queuing? And if whatever you're queuing for will eventually be actualized. So all these are things that usually I think everyone understands, or everyone kind of gets to see in their daily life in one way or another. And for me, it is important that I show this because I feel like anyone relates to these specific experiences. Other than that, though, there's also another piece of work which is made of bureaucratic documents that one needs when they're in Germany, and especially students, because that's my reality at the moment here. And so I decided to take these documents because they were kind of a representation of the brutal essence of classification. And I decided to draw self-portraits on them as a way of creating a dialogue with the documents and the situation that I'm in at the same time. And so these documents consist of bank statements. They also consist of copies of visas that I needed to show. They consist of other required documents from home, like my transcript from the different school that I was in. And so with this, I decided to put images of myself and kind of try to express the essence of what these documents show in my own understanding, which is definition of oneself in different formats and in different points of view. And for me, I felt like this also fits so well in the exhibition at large. So Utopia, Dystopia, I feel, is a story that speaks to so many people, not just myself, so many people who have been outside a space, who are in a space, even if it's in their own country, but they're still classified in one way or another. And so I feel it's a thing that really speaks to everyone extensively. And this is what's going on in the space.